What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Trey Too Smooth, and I'm here with another video. Today's video, I got y'all a goddamn story time. Story time is over. The first time my bout got jumped. But like, comment, and new to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe.
This shit keep piling. New bag, brand new deposit. A brand new deposit. Fuck drip, I don't need no stock.
So, it was in the 5th grade, bro. This is the 5th grade. I remember it like it was yesterday, bro. It was in the 5th grade, and it was one of my homeboys that I'm close with now. I don't know how it all started, but we was going to PE, right? And it was like blah blah blah. They was just talking trash to me, right? So back in the 5th grade, like in elementary school, like we used to run, feel me, run laps or whatever. And like I always used to be first, and that day I was not first. Some reason, cause we got put to the back, so I actually ended up coming in second or whatever. So after that, they yelling across the gym, talking about something. They gonna, bro, you scared to fight him? You scared to fight this one person that homeboy that I'm cool with now? And I'm like, bro, I ain't scared to fight him. I'm just not trying to fight him, to be honest with y'all, bro. So back in 5th grade, bro, people that know me, I was a little skinny, bro. I was skinny as crap. And I was just skinny, like, I don't know, bro. But I wasn't scared to fight him or nothing. I just didn't want to fight him. So we walking back to the class, right? And remind you, we was in the same class, right? We was all in PE. And remind you that they was in there with me, so we walked back as a group, right? So we walk in the hall, you feel me? And we go, at my elementary school, we had like a little courtyard. So we had to walk past the courtyard and go through the hallway, you know what I'm saying? So like, mainly, to remind you, it's teachers like right there beside us, so they ain't doing nothing, right? So like, we walking down the hall, you feel what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm just walking down, chilling, just minding my business, not talking to nobody. I'm just staying to myself. And out of nowhere, a group come behind me around the corner. And they was like, Trey, bro, fight him right now, bro, blah, blah, blah. You scared, this and that, that and that. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to fight this man. So I didn't say nothing, right? So they pushing me into him, right? So, like, I'm getting shoved around. Like, remind you, it's a group of kids, bro. And we just right there in the middle of the hallway, right? So I'm walking. And then they shoving me around and jump, bro. So I'm like, bro, know me, I'm still quiet. I ain't saying no, I'm just staying to myself, right? Then, it was a dude, I'm not gonna say no names, but it was a dude right here beside me, right? Everybody else behind me. It was him, and it was a dude that wanted to fight me. He was like right there in front of me, right? So he shoved me into him, right? He pushed me into him. And then I shoved him, and he had hit the wall, right? So at that point, he was gonna try to swing on me. So what I did, I jacked him up against the wall, right? And I tried to sling him on the ground so I can get him on the ground and start punching him. But he would never go down. When he was going down, he was trying to run. And at that point, he tried to swing on me. But as soon as I could react to that, it was something. I didn't see nothing else but a dude right here in front of me. Like, I'm like, what? Like, I just had this man. I was trying to put him on the ground. He over here trying to run, right? So when he get up and try to swing at me, he is somebody. They run in front of us, right? I guess so we wouldn't fight. But when he swung around, somehow he got around the dude that was in front of me, and then I had ended up letting him go. And then he swung around and like hit me across my forehead. Like he kind of scraped me a little bit. But it didn't hurt. I barely felt it because he didn't he scraped me. And then after that, there's teachers coming out the room and John. I'm like, what the heck? So my class was right here. My first period class was like, as soon as you turn around the corner, it's right there, right? And there was a class across the hall having a class, right? So I get shoved inside my first period class. Like, it's so many people in the hallway, I don't know what's going on. So I get shoved inside my first period classroom, and then he get he get moved to the classroom across the hall. So I'm like, they said, Trey, calm down, cause I'm heated. Like, I don't know what to think. There's so many people out there, and I'm just like, they all shove me and stuff. I'm trying to keep my cool, but they all shove me into them. So when they shove me into them, you know, that jump break out or whatever, and then they tell me to calm down. So I'm just sitting in the room. I'm calmed down. One of my friends, he actually moved. I don't even know where he at right now, but he ran in there and said, Trey, calm down, or whatever. So, you know, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna keep my calm. So we end up both going to the office, you feel what I'm saying? And at that point, we go to the office, right? So you know how they go in the office? At that time, they said they both calling our moms. So at that point, I think he go in first or I go in first. Somebody go in first. They talk to him, come back out, and then I go in there or whatever. Or he go in there. So look, I go in there, I tell him my story, you feel what I'm saying? I tell him my story. I don't know what he said, but I told him my story, and then he believed me, right? So at that point, the dude that I was fighting, he got sent home. I got to stay. He got sent home. And I think I had ISS. If I didn't have ISS, then I didn't have nothing. I just went back to class. So after that, everybody was like, Trey, you da-da-da-da, you lie, blah, blah, blah. How you get to go home? No, how you get to stay, but he got to go home. This and that. I'm like, bro, I don't know. I just told him my story, and that was it. You feel me? After I told him my story, I mean, I can't help that he went home because I told the truth about my story, about the story that happened or whatever. So, but yeah, basically, after that, and then, like, when he came back or whatever, we didn't talk for a while. You feel me? We didn't talk, but then eventually we got back cool or whatever. But after that, I mean, that was it. We just been homeboys ever since. You feel me? That was just people trying to hype up a fight. You feel me? I know a lot of people gonna try to hype up a fight. I do it sometimes. I just do it for the fun. But you know what I'm saying? That's the end of the story time. I know it ain't that long. I summed it up. I shortened it up a little, whatever. But if you liked the video, like, comment, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe.